Did we travel back in time?
I think you did. It seems like this portal can control time after all.
Wait, hold on to your conversation.
What are you doing?
Shut up. This is really important. And not in a good way.
Wait, is this state of the emergency that bad?
Did you watch the news like every day?
In my house, we don't have any analog satellites. Just these newspapers in order to read the news.
Well, don't know what this whole pandemic situation is, then let's go home right away.
What did we just stumble across? Can you explain this whole fiasco about this year of the double 20s?
Well, that's what we are going to be talking about in today. Welcome to Stories from My Life. Buckle up, everyone.
No, I do not want to go mentally...
Obviously, we're now years late to the party, especially since if I uploaded this video, some people will be horrified at that specific year.
Okay, are you sure what their reactions were when most of those streets around the world were on lockdown?
Look, it was a terrible year, so this is all I could come up with. Moving on, 2010s were a really good year for me, because of course it is my cool childhood years. Heck yeah! I won't go in depth about how the 2010s year went, but these will be some future episodes, and I do not want to run out of story ideas quickly. But let's just say, it was f***ing wild. And as of now, close to impossible to do it again.
Kinda wish we would have started it in 2019.
Dude, you do not know how this would start out. It would be the same as if you draw some quick OC in Microsoft Paint in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough.
And so, a new page was flipped, and the 2020s decade was born.
Okay, I mean, it's just a year. What could possibly go wrong?
Said Mike, without realizing the horror it was about to happen. The year is 2020, and the news was all over the place when a specific virus was starting to behave like a wildfire. And that name of the virus is... Oh, wait. I can't get this video demonetized by calling that name, so... maybe I should call this the Sarcovirus, okay? I've seen the news like every day, but since these cases are coming from foreign countries, we decided to just ignore them. It's just a virus affecting some countries that are not as... Why am I even watching this for like the 10 billionth time now? However, once March hit, the cases were starting to spread like crazy. And once they crossed the line on March 17th, the government went to action and our country was announced that our first lockdown was about to start on the following 2 days. I don't know much of the information since this lockdown was so short that it lasted for 2 weeks. And as you can tell, yeah, some stuff is written from Wikipedia, so... sorry if I plagiarized this story off of the internet, I guess.
Well, great! You can just have a spring vacation all in...
You think that's funny to get away from school?
Wait, but how?
Simple. Zoom classes.
I guess this is where things fricked up the most, right?
I kinda wish I would have done, I don't know, what my 10-year-old me wants to do on my PC during that stay of home crisis. But the school found out another way by having ourselves classes remotely. And these remote classes are worse than the IRL school classes. I'll explain the reason in the future part, but let's just say this is where the new generation of our school society just started, with the main ingredient being the 500 meter of social distancing, one PC, a whole package of Office 365, now Microsoft 365, a few classes of Zoom, and then repeat the same process for the next 2 weeks. And I think once we were back to normal, with some changes, it became history of this school. We started pouring in about more or less than 50% of our work digitally. Fun fact, I have some of the work archived as early as November of 2020. This is where they started to make computers important for my school.
Oh well, at least it is just 2 weeks. Possibly a test or something. Anyways, that should be it for our first video, and I will see you guys later.
No, don't click away. This was just one of the 3 lockdowns I had.
Well,
January 2021.
it's the new year.
And the new lockdown.
Wait, what?
Just look at this while I'm going to fix our background. Yup, we were back in again in our own homes, with our Zoom cameras on. This time, it lasted for 2 months. And those 2 months just wants me to kill myself. Remember when I was saying that I was glad that we were out of the online school? Well, here's the reason. Somehow, they decided to abuse the power of the Microsoft Teams feature and gave us like a dozen work assignments in a week. Keep in mind that we were 5th graders. 5th. Who thought this was a good idea to make us stressed out?
Yikes. Well, mine was just less work.
Shut the f up, Eterno. I know the 2000s were a good year for you. Anyways, this was not a good news for me. I was so stressed about the amount of work I have, on which it repeats itself for the second half of the January, the whole of February, and the first half of March. After this, they finally announced that they are abolishing the online class completely and never to be used again. Yeah.
So, yeah. Zoom classes are over and our lives are now the same, right?
No. After the pandemic was over, we were allowed to go outside with face masks because the Sarco virus was still in effect. And these sucked because the covering of the nose means that if I try to breathe, my nose will blow out hot air, which makes me a bit more uncomfortable to breathe.
Wait, does this mean that it is deadly?
It's just hot air. It's not like it's gonna kill me in like one fell swoop.
Yeah, fair enough. And that should be it for our lockdowns. Thank you guys for...
No, wait. There's more. In mid-May of 2022, the Sarco virus, which I was battling to not get contaminated by it, won after 2 years of this garbage pandemic. Even though I had vaccinated twice 3 months ago, it did absolutely nothing to protect it.
So, I guess vaccines are a scam, right?
Why did you come up with that idea? I would ask you to move out of the way before you get in contact with Sarco.
Oh, you're right. I gotta go.
And because of that, I was forced to be quarantined one final time of my whole life. It lasted for a whole week, which included the pain from my symptoms until I was fully cured. And as of today, we are now perfect for the rest of our own lives. I've been doing schoolwork every single week, and we can go outside whenever we feel like it buying toilet paper.
What if you get ill?
The precaution is to do nothing and talk to other people 3 feet apart. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll have a party with my ill friend at 4 p.m. So I gotta go, right?
Essex, be careful. You might get contaminated by his disease.
Relax, Internal. I'll take my own precaution.
Your
See you later,
precaution
Internal.
does not help.
And you, viewer.
Fix it before you can... go. I'll finish this. Before we go, here's some advice for you guys. If you're feeling ill, just use the virus safety measures as soon as possible and possibly dig into your research so that you can stay protected. And, stay away from that ill friend at all costs, please. We do not want to start another Sarco virus. I don't know which one it is, but stay away, please. Anyways, thank you for watching this Storytime animation video. And stay safe and Sarco, everyone.